So we're going to have a very short lesson now on defining and describing with articles. I have some really good questions sometimes from my students, and I was under the impression from a couple of questions I got from different students that people weren't sure, and it's a very good point actually, what's the difference between a definition and a description? Because we tell you that the is a definite article, and so for defining things you need to use the, and we tell you that a is often used to introduce or to describe, but very often we don't really explain what we mean by the difference between these two. So I've tried to just give you three comparisons here. A is always a description, and B is always a definition. And I hope that you can see with these sentences a pattern, and how descriptions are usually of one type and definitions are of another. So let's look at them. In my town there is a population of 150,000. Now this is a description, and the reason it's a description really is because we've got there is, and whenever we say there is we're describing. And also notice that population is the object of there is. It's not the subject of the sentence. So descriptions tend to be, well, when you're describing a noun, it's in the position of object. Okay? I think that's very important. And that's why we use a in this sentence. There is a population of 150,000. However, let's define what the population is now with B. This is a definition, and so we use the. The population of my town is 150,000. This is a definition, and I hope that you notice that population is in a different position in the sentence. Here it is the object, and here it is the subject. That's very important, as you'll see in the next example. In my kitchen there is an apple on the table. Why do we use an? Well, it's because, again, it's a description. It's A, and all of the descriptions are A, and all of the definitions are B. I just wanted to make it very clear. I didn't want to test you. I just wanted to get my point across. So in my kitchen there is an apple on the table. This is the object of there is. It's a description, okay? And we must use A. Or an, because it starts with a vowel sound. However, if we put that as the object and define it with the verb is, the apple on the table is mine. Okay, that makes it very concrete, especially the mine. I told you in another lesson, please watch my other lessons on articles if you want to learn more. But if you're kind of making something your own, if you can add a pronoun before the noun, his, her, or something like that, a possessive pronoun, then it's going to be a definite article, because it's a definite thing. It's a definite thing out there, a concrete object. And this is very concrete when we start with the subject of the sentence, the apple. That makes it very concrete, and it makes it a definition, not a description. So we use the. One more. In London, there are a number of interesting places. This is after there are, it's the object, it's just a description of London. It's not a definition of the number of interesting places. Like in this one here, the number of interesting places is the subject. That means it's defining with the verb to be, like always, with the verb to be, it's defining the number of interesting places as increasing. The number of interesting places in London is increasing, so we must use the. Now I hope I've made myself clear there. If you have any questions about these sentences or about my distinction between defining and describing, please ask. I hope that has helped some of you, and I hope to see you all soon. Thanks for watching.